Can you resend that to me? I can't find it in my stack. Copy. I don't think I got out of here when it's no problem.
Well, we're going to do you. Pretty much.
I know. I do.
Did a few times, clean out a few things I wanted to get to.
What is today?
Didn't get done. And got good stuff.
7th.
That's the pocket.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, it's 5 o'clock. We'll call the meeting to order.
President Stover,
Here.
Vice President Lundgren,
Here?
Trustee Beeson, Trustee Calhoun,
Here.
Trustee Tweedy.
Here. Okay. Number 2, are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No.
No? And do I have an approval for the agenda?
I move that we approve the agenda.
Second. A motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 2, the minutes. April 21st, 2026. Y'all looked at that? Hearing a motion.
I move we approve the minutes of the April 21st agenda or meeting.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second to approve the minutes for the April 21st, 2026 special meeting. Any further discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Business.
Item number 1 is to approve the transfer of real estate at 801 North F Street owned by the Arkansas City Land Bank to Russell and Chelsea Cole.
So first of all, apologies for confusion about the address. That got around really bad. I must have done this too fast that day. The property is 801 North F, not 606 South Summit. You did that last year sometime, I believe it was, and you transferred that one. So this property, you probably noticed it in your April minutes. We had this before you in April for a different request. So I just thought I'd give you the rundown on that really quick. No further action was taken from that owner. So I decided when I got this new request that I would just present this one instead. So Russell and Chelsea Cole have requested this property. They meet the requirements of the Land Bank program, and they propose to develop a portable self-storage facility, and their plan was in your packet. County appraised value for this property is about $6,470 at last check. So this property was purchased by the city in 1999 as part of the FEMA flood buyout program. And then it was transferred into this version of Land Bank in 2019. But in 99, the city demolished the property. I believe there was a house there with funds used from that buyout program. So I don't know that there's any direct costs associated that we have in it other than our own cost of mowing. They have offered to purchase this property for $23.20, and I don't see a huge issue with that. It is below the appraised value, but it is a pretty reasonable offer. So the Coles are here if you have any questions for them as well.
So when you put this together, are you putting one unit in once you rent one? Is that how you're going to do it? Are you going to put it all together, or how's this going to go? Yeah, please.
Sorry, I want to make
Fine.
sure she's involved with it.
Absolutely.
She's definitely my partner. So our proposal is we are going to set probably approximately about 15 to 20 units to start out with, and we will continue to grow as business grows and as demand comes with it. And to make it affordable for us too is And that way we can assess to how much we actually want to put there. But we were thinking the 15 to 20 to start out with. And that'll be the 20-foot light new one trip units. They look brand new. They just been across the ocean one time, but they are up to code. They are incredibly nice looking units. We have pictures we could show you too if you guys would like to see something like that.
I'd like to see a
Yeah,
picture.
I saw, we
Yeah.
saw a top view, but that didn't really show us.
Was there going to be a fence around this?
So there is we can put a fence around it. We've actually proposed to put the storage units up to the property line and use part of them as the fence post, as the fence, because they are over 8 foot, they're about 8 foot tall. And so in the X sections where the containers don't cover, we will cover in a fence. And then we're going to make a new entrance. We'll get with a code on that. We'll get with a contractor to build like a new entrance for us. And then we'll do grass and landscaping on the outside. Most of the property will be gravel.
Okay.
And we can show you on our phones. I'm sorry, we didn't think about bringing pictures today,
Fine.
but I can show you if you want to do it.
This is what that would look like all lined up in a row. They're gonna be tan, all the same color. Sorry.
I mean, I hate to mention a competitor, but are they similar to what it's at Dad's storage in the back? They got all those containers lined up.
So
They look similar to that. I mean,
They're
and those are
similar.
nice and clean. I'm actually.
yeah,
really
there.
really so.
I think there's one over there where APCO is. There's a storage unit there
Mhm.
where APCO East is. There's a storage unit right next to it. They have some starting to line out there too, of the same caliber. Ours are coming from Kansas City, and like I said, they are one trip. We currently have some in our other property out in the county that we have.
There's
They're
no
they are
electricity
nice,
to
they're
them?
new, and everything looks brand new.
No electricity to them? Just,
Electricity
It'll
for it.
all
Okay.
be solar powered. The
Okay,
lights and
the
cameras
lights.
and everything will be solar powered.
Will there be cameras?
Yes.
And you are aware that some of that's in the floodplain.
That's the benefit of the portable is if something was to come up and floods was to come, we could have them moved out and to protect valuables.
And you made a comment just now that you're gonna, are you laying gravel in there? I mean, it's one thing to say, hey, we're gonna make it look nice. I don't really know what that means.
Gravel or
Mm.
asphalt, we've already gotten pricing for gravel to bring in, and we know
Mhm.
approximately how much that's gonna cost. We're going through Jones Towing to bring in that gravel. We are kicking around the idea of asphalt, but every time we contact somebody about it, they're like, oh yeah, we'll get you a bid, and we haven't gotten one
Haven't seen one
yet.
yet.
So, I mean, we don't do anything that looks bad.
We have a house out east of our city. It's a barn dough out there that it's, if you guys want to take a look at it, someday we keep our gravel nice, everything's sprayed up, grass is out of it. We don't believe anything. That's, I don't want it to if I'm going to have something in the city, I'm going to make sure it looks nice for
Josh, with the floodplain, do they need any type of Loma or anything on any of that property?
They
Or
should, because really the floodplain is only just this, well, you guys can't see what we're doing.
I got it. I got it pulled up.
Oh, you've got it pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just this corner
Yeah, we
on
drove.
this diagram.
We drove through several times in this recent flooding just to see, exactly how high the water was
we
getting,
need to
how,
build up.
do we need to do a berm or something?
So
Um,
that area.
we wouldn't set anything on that north side that's very close. Like, obviously, I don't want to run anybody's.
Is that where that draw is?
Yeah.
What kind of time period are you looking at? I know it takes a while to move them in there, but obviously you're going to have to gravel first. So what kind of time period are you looking at where it?
Well, we'll keep it mowed up until we get the bids and everything, the contractor. So what we'll do is I'll personally come in there and after it's mowed, we'll keep it mowed up to keep it in the code. And then we'll probably have the driveway put in first with the concrete. That way the trucks can come in, dump the gravel, bring in construction like skid loaders, level the gravel out. And then we'll make sure the drainage is down the driveways to make sure it flows out properly. And then you're talking this, everything gets approved probably in one to 3 months before we get everything set up and going. Because it'll take some time to get the gravel brought and everything. But we are going to do this without a loan. So it's just all we're going to finance it ourselves.
My lofty goal is to have it done and ready to like pull a float through Arkalala. So he says I'm a little too ambitious. I think that's most women, but that would be ideal.
How many units total can you put in?
We, I think it was approximately about 45 total we can put in there and have enough room for turns and the spacing. Then we put in, we went in there, measured the best we could, keeping clearances, so that people can have turning radius and emergency vehicles could get in there if needed.
Josh, does this need any rezoning or is it?
Yeah.
Is it
No, it has industrial zoning through.
And as a city, do we have any, how do I want to word this? We have a verbal commitment kind of on a time frame, but do we need anything in writing? Like, I hate for it to sit there for a year and not get active when the agreement, when we okay the sale is based on what they've told us.
I'm okay with something like that if you want something already.
We typically can put a claw back in.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Contract where
Yeah,
it-
that way it just didn't drag on and drag on. I don't have a problem with the sale, and I certainly don't have a problem with the time frame they're talking about, but I also don't want to look at it 2 years from now, nothing's been done, yet we released it for under appraised value. See what I'm saying?
We're
I'm
agreeable to that.
completely okay
All right.
signing
It will get done.
So he handles that or you handle
Yeah,
that?
Josh, you know
Okay.
that in the
Okay.
agreement with
All right.
Larry.
Yeah, and the deed right now, and the one that's in the package, just talks about code violation, but we can add that before we do the final.
it.
Okay, thank you.
I
We can
do
ask
have a
it
request though.
if they're approved.
If it is approved and transferred to us, could we have it mowed? It's in violation of code right now.
Excessively overgrown.
It's almost as tall as I am. And so could we just have the city do a rough cut on it so that we at least have a fighting chance?
Starting point.
Yeah, like a starting point. So. But that's
It's up to Josh.
What's your opinion on that?
I said yes.
Your opinion okay on that?
Yes, it should not be that tall.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we make her promise to go in there and make sure all the snakes are out first and then we'll mow?
Right.
All the
I'll
ticks
catch
too.
'em. I'd rather the ticks. Go after the ticks.
We checked it out about a month ago. It was pretty high.
All right. So,
I don't.
no, do you need a motion on this?
Motion to approve.
I will make a motion to approve the transfer of real estate of 801 North F owned by Arkansas City Land Bank to Russell and Chelsea Cole
I second it.
Much.
for $2,320.
Mr. Mayor, before you take a vote, I think there's someone that wants to make a comment out here in the audience.
Oh.
He's waving his hands anyway, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Sure.
Jim Cyber, 1816 East Chestnut in Arc City. And I don't really know the Coles. I don't think I've ever talked to them, but you have been after. Okay, thank you. Well, and I apologize for that. We've sold over 1,000 containers in the last 10 years, and I don't know anybody's come out and talked to us and looked at them, and we've looked at them, and projects like this are right up my alley. I've done about 8 of them in the 10 years that we've done, all of them outside city limits of Arc City for various reasons, mostly the investors. I have 2 or 3 problems with this particular project, and nothing the Coles are doing is wrong, except if you count all the units on there, there's about 85 or 90 by my rough estimation. I'm looking over the top of my glasses, so they're talking 40, which is a whole different story. The streets are too close. I cannot possibly set a 20-foot container on a 20-foot street. It takes 40 foot to set a container. So their map is way out of proportion. I don't know who helped them draw this or if they drew it themselves, but it's way out of proportion to what's done. That's their business, not mine. My business is 2 or 3 fold. First of all, and I asked Joyce to go up and get you I have looked at these addresses a dozen times in the last 5 or 6 years. As you all know, I've looked at building houses, apartments, putting in mini storage units. The most recent mini storage that I tried to buy was John Poole's, which ended up selling to their next door neighbor now if they go in. That particular unit was 110 units and pays something like $60,000 a year in property taxes. Now, one of the problems with this unit, they do not pay property taxes on those units if they're not permanently tied down. I didn't hear that come up in the conversation, so I assume they would do what I would do and not permanently tie them down to save taxes. But that's definitely against the people around town that are putting mini storages in and paying property taxes. Somewhere this city's got to quit giving away ground. The best, worst example is that truck stop. There's 5 families in Ark City that make a living selling diesel fuel, and the city gives this idiot 13 acres, who now is, 3 years into it, or 4? No closer to a truck stop now, and it's going to, in my estimation, it's going to fail. It's going to leave a black eye on Ark City. It's going to leave a black eye on everybody that had anything to do with it. These people aren't going to black anybody's eye. I think their intentions are good. I think they need a little help with their ideas, but that's fine. And the city's got to look at, what are you doing to help the city? Is this going to pay taxes? Or is this just another freebie you're going to give one couple to make my tax load a little heavier? And I use me because I don't want to point to anybody else. Every property I've put in, I've paid taxes on. I've gotten criticized for getting IRB bonds on a $2.5 million building I did for Ark City. I don't feel bad about that at all. The minimum year of taxes, I paid $25,000 taxes and on up. A proposed project like this with 40 units should pay approximately $2,000 a year in property taxes if you compare it to the other mini storages in Ark City. There are, and they brought up the thing I'd like to bring up, the one-way units, when put together right, will look about as good or better than a lot of the mini storage units. They are not tin, they're heavy steel, so you're not going to see roof damage, you're not going to see a lot of problems. They have a drawback. They're a total of 8 foot wide or 7 foot 6 inches between the door. Makes it almost impossible to get a car in and out of a 20-foot unit. You can do it. If you're smaller than I am, can crawl up the window and walk across the top or something. I've tried to store some of my cars. It's not functional. So what they're trying to do, I'm in favor of. I am not in favor of cutting what I call an advertised price of the city. When I come up here and look at a property, and you can look at a couple that I've looked at, I saw it on here a minute ago. 1424 South G, you've got it $5,410. How did you come up with that price? I know that lot, and it's not.
County appraised value.
Okay. If these prices are all just what I'll offer, that's not what you told me when I was looking at one. When I looked at one on Summit, which is where I thought this project was going, it was $18,000. What is it today? I didn't see it on here.
The one on Summit Street?
Yes.
That's been sold.
For how much? I would price $18,000. That's what I'm asking you, Joyce. What did it sell? We use these prices to scare off investors. I'm not very easily scared. Y'all know that. So I'll come up and complain or do something. But at this particular junction, when what's been told to the public, it is unrealistic to sell a property at 30% of its advertised price with a lot more talk going around town and seeing how other people feel about it. And I don't want to slow them down a bit. I don't want to throw any water on their idea. But I do want to stop this thing of the city doing one job because they think, oh, this is a quick fix and we'll get out of this property. And it's a property you need to sell. There's no question about it. Hold a land auction. Just get rid of all the damn stuff. Get it in the hands of developers. You're never going to do anything with it. The worst developer in Ark City is Ark City. Now, finally, she's got a lot more nerve than I did. She asked the city to mow her lot before she buys it. I'm going to ask the city to mow a lot. I live at 1816 East Chestnut. Real good neighbors. Well, I got Tad for a neighbor and the city manager. But other than that, I got real good neighbors. Half a block up the street, I have the worst neighbor in town. Johnson grass growing this tall on an acre of ground on the corner of Lord Road and Cheston. Go by and look at it. Belongs to the city of Clark City.
Yeah.
You don't maintain your own damn property. If I let weeds get 14 inches high, you're on my back. I think the city has to take a long, hard look at themselves before they start regulating and giving away property that they've taken by various methods that sometimes I'm opposed to also. You put people out of business with regulations and with ideas that you have on how to run a business. I wouldn't listen to any of you. And that's not being mean. It's just you don't understand what it takes to run a business. And you're not running the city on a business fashion. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. All right.
Well, I'm not gonna retract because my word's my word. I'm still standing by the motion. Mhm.
I think it is, I'm on this call. I think it is important how much was, and it's nothing against them. Y'all are great. But I think how much it did cost to, doze that property and put it in the land bank is important. I know you guys think, oh, it's not important, but I think those numbers are important. Because you guys keep doing it. You guys seem to think that's not a big deal. We just condemn properties and bulldoze them. And then we're going to maybe or maybe not mow them for years until we find someone to sell it to for either $1 or a small amount of money. And then hopefully someone will take it over and, for instance, the motel downtown, and keep trying to give it away. And there's a lot of them, there's a whole lot of them. And it is important how much it costs to continue to do that and continue to charge residents for mowing their grass and doing stuff where the city cannot take care of their own. And condemning houses and then the city having to take care of those lots long term. Because there's a whole lot of those lots and the city cannot keep up. And the neighbors don't want those properties, can't take care of those properties. And that's the point I want to make.
Thank you.
I still second it.
Is your motion still good?
I'm still good on it.
Second.
We got a motion and a second to approve the sale of 801 North F Street for $22,320, I believe. Is that correct?
$2,320.
2,320. Yeah.
2320.
Is there further discussion regarding that? Anybody? Not all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
And item number 2 is to approve the 2027 land bank budget.
And it's a pretty simple budget. It's basically the cash, the unencumbered cash, and we'll have a sale or two here and there. So we've estimated, potential revenue of 5,000. So total resources available would be $28,413.
For 2027.
Yeah, for 2027. So, the proposed budget.
Is this property added into that now?
No. this sale would happen in 2026, so this is 2027 budget.
Pretty straightforward. And that, I make a motion, we approve the budget, land bank budget for 2027 as written.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the land bank 2027 budget. Is there any further discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same, opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That's it.
Have to make a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Yes.
I do.
Got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We're adjourned.
Who seconded that?
I
Oh,
did.
you did? Okay. Thank you.